Hello and welcome back to another popcorn chat. I hope you guys are doing well. In this video, I'm speaking to you about the latest winner of the Best Animated Feature Film, Flow. I knew very little about this film going into it. I knew it was about a cat and it was kind of rendered in a way that looked very much like a game. And it did feel like that for the first 5 minutes, but after that, you kind of just fell into the style of this film. And yeah, I knew very little, and that was a great way to do it because what a journey this film goes on as we follow this black cat, which is navigating this kind of post-apocalyptic world where there seems to be no humans. It's only animals still alive, and yeah, the world is going underwater, which is a little bit scary when you think about it. We meet various characters along the way, including a capybara, a lemur, and a bird which resembles a phoenix. I'm not sure. Is a phoenix even real? I don't know. A very big bird and also a dog. Now, one of the unique features about this film is that there is no dialogue. This is not a typical westernized animated animal film. This is a world in which the pets are communicating through how they would communicate. So it's very much grounded in that sense. Even though it's a very hyper-realistic feeling film, the characters of the animals, you know, not being able to actually talk to each other feels very, very natural. And due to its lack of dialogue, it's very much a gentle, vibey film, which has a great score alongside that, as well as a well-crafted soundscape using real animals to voice the characters, as well as just creating an atmosphere, whether it's underwater, on the boat, or just amongst the trees. It's perfectly crafted in a way that you don't need the dialogue, and it's just a kind of sensory experience, this film. If you've got a fear of deep open water, I'd maybe advise not watching this film because there are various scenes where you are sort of half submerged and you feel that sort of tension, especially for the cat character who is trying to fight their way through the water. You feel that, so maybe if you've got a fear of swimming in open water, it's not the best film for yourself. On top of that, this is very much a film that deals with big topics such as fears. You know, the cat is very much scared of water like most cats are. And it deals with the topics such as death. You know, there's this kind of metaphor for a death in the film, and I think it's handled in a really beautiful, artistic way that, you know, you could observe it one way, but I think, you know, maybe the adults in the screening can kind of see the deeper meaning to this film. So I think it is not necessarily angled at children, being a U-rated certificate here in the UK, but, you know, everyone can watch it. But I don't think it's necessarily aimed at kids. I think it's got that kind of profound angle to it, but there's a lot for kids to love, enjoy, and just laugh at as well. Another element in which I enjoyed was the authenticity of the animals. The way in which they move and interact with each other feels so authentic. Something, if you've had a pet dog, a cat, or have seen any videos of capybaras, like that is how they act in the wild and with other animals. So I think using the actual sound clips from those animals and studying how they move has really sort of helped to tell that story and make this feel really genuine story rather than just a 3D created animation made in Blender. There are real stakes in this film. There were moments which I thought our lead protagonist, which was the black cat, was going to die multiple times. And you kind of feel that tension, like they're not really going to kill this cat, are they? So that was quite refreshing to see because I feel like most cases in films nowadays, you don't feel those high stakes, but I did feel it here in this animated film. I guess my only real negative with Flow was the fact that the characters seemed a little cliched. You know, you may have seen this in various films and books, the sort of bringing together of all these different personalities, you know, someone who's very grouchy, someone who's the leader and the captain and takes this kind of maternal, paternal father figure on, a curious character, someone who's very, you know, selfish and absorbed in the kind of shiny things. Like, you know, you have all these personalities and I feel like, you know, that's archetypes of people, of course it is, but I feel like I've seen it in films before and I could kind of see how those relationships were going to pan out because I'd seen this sort of story before. However, I think it was done in such an effective way because you can really see the personalities of these characters and you just get totally absorbed. But I do think they become archetypes that we've seen within film and TV over and over again. And I think that the kind of messaging alongside that is a little bit obvious. I kind of guessed what the journey was for our protagonist and other characters along the way earlier on. But then again, it's kind of a family-friendly film, so what do I expect? Nonetheless, I really enjoyed this film. I think it's got a real clear sense of tone and style, and the direction is excellent, and the cinematography and way in which the camera moves through the animated scenes is just so well done. I just think that some of the characters and their trajectory feel a little bit too familiar. So go and check out Flow. If you love animations, you like a Studio Ghibli, you like Bong Joon-ho's Okja, you like any cat things, if you like the game Stray, go and check this film out. I definitely think this one's going to be for you. And if you've seen Flow, let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys very soon for another popcorn chat.